From our Leigh Studios in Burbank, California, it's The Learning Show. On the show tonight, Mike Murrell and Phil Jones of Training Magazine. And now, your host, Leigh Gregory.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out. Thank you. All right. Practitioners of the training arts and general peeps of all persuasions, welcome to The Learning Show. I'm your host, Leigh Gregory, and this is the next installment of ASTD 2013 related shows. And boy, I gotta tell you, I'm whipped up into a frothy glee over these shows. Yeah, I said frothy glee. I don't know why. It seemed like a good idea at the time. But enough about me. We still have some great guests from ASTD 2013, so we should hit the ground a-running. Are you with me? Yeah, it's a new Braveheart out there. I like it. I like the enthusiasm. Well, like Darren, our announcer, said, we've got Mike Murrell and Phil Jones of Training Magazine on the show today. Yes, indeed, good people. But first, as always, fresh news. Not quite breaking, but still quite fresh. My top two stories. Training Magazine announces its emerging training leaders. Yes, and I couldn't help but notice that I was nowhere on the list. But not to worry. Maybe there's an honorary section somewhere, you know. There isn't? Okay, fine, that's okay. There's always next year. But seriously, the Emerging Training Leaders Award is given to professionals who've been in the industry between 2 and 10 years and have demonstrated exceptional leadership skills, business savvy, and training instincts. And all candidates had to be nominated by their co-workers or industry peers. Now, I wish we could name each and every one of the 25 winners, but we can't. However, we can list the top 5, and let's please hold the applause till the end. Lindsay D. Donaire, Associate Director of Learning and Development at Coca-Cola Enterprises. Charles L.C. Ho, Manager of Quality and Staff Wellness at MTR Corporation Limited. Marita Jones, Project Manager, Training and Development for Payroll Operations at Paychex, Inc. Elizabeth Lynn Kender, Senior Training Specialist at Bankers Life and Casualty Company. And Rachel Gober Clemens, Manager of Training and Development at CHG Healthcare Services. Let's hear it for them, everybody. Thank you. Give it up. That's right. For a full list of all 25 emerging leaders, please check out Lori Freifeld's excellent article in the May-June issue of Training Magazine. Now, this next story boggleth the mind. A recent report from Dale Carnegie Training and MSW Research found that 71% of employees are not fully engaged at work. This group of disengaged individuals consists of middle-aged employees between 40 and 49 years old, the most highly educated, i.e. those with a postgraduate education, lower-level income employees earning less than $50K, newer employees, especially those in the organization less than a year, client-facing and clerical staffers, and those working in government, military, education, and the manufacturing sectors. Who's left? So what's going on out there? Well, I tell you what, I dug a little bit deeper into those numbers, and here's what I found, and it's shocking. There are 3 key drivers to engagement. That's the relationship with your immediate supervisor, belief in senior leadership, and pride in working for the company. Now, you can slice it any way you will, but it all boils down to leadership. And what's the biggest takeaway in this report? Caring managers. That's right. Employees want their managers to care about their personal lives, take interest in them as human beings, and in other words, be human. U.S. businesses lose $11 billion annually as a result of employee turnover. What's all the striving for excellence and quest for the best if we can't be kind and caring to each other? Companies You may have a great product and a fantastic go-to-market strategy, but your people are your biggest investment and your greatest asset. Be kind to them. Yes. Be kind. Okay, next up, our ASTD segment with Mike Murrell and Phil Jones. For our non-training viewers out there, Training Magazine is a 48-year-old professional development magazine that advocates training and workforce development as a business tool. It's a standard in the industry, and Mike and Phil are managing partners along with Brian Powell. Let's start things out with president and publisher of Training Magazine, Mike Murrell.
You know, training is going to be 50 years old next year.
Wow.
One of the premier brands in the training and learning space, and it's an honor to, hold the reins. And it's also an honor to oversee a number of extensions that the brand has enjoyed along the way, including a collection of e-newsletters, a number of websites. One of the more interesting things that we do is the training, if I may show this to your viewers, Top 125. It's the annual awards and recognition program for the leading organizational trainers globally. And it's capped off with a black tie gala at our conference.
Oh, nice.
The upcoming conference in San Diego in February of 2014.
Okay.
And as we speak right now, the application area is open on our website, trainingmag.com.
Okay, did you hear that, everybody?
Trainingmag.com.
It's open, so they can start registering now. Is that the deal?
They can, and it's a serious process. So don't wait till the last minute. I believe it's a 31-page application, and when it comes back in, we divide it up, and the quantifiable information is outsourced to a accounting company that does the analysis and rankings, and then the other parts of it, the word pictures, if you will, are outsourced to our Training Hall of Fame. I believe there's 17 members. Those are companies that have been in the top 10 of the top 125 4 times. And some of the biggest names in organizational training in the industry. And those folks go through and literally read all of the paragraphs as to why a company thinks they should, be picked. It's pick me
exactly.
by people who really know what to look for in making the selection. So it's a very serious process, a very significant recognition.
Now that's some excellent info. These guys also have other publications and events that Phil told us about. So here's what VP of Marketing Strategy Phil Jones had to say. All right, you guys are doing some great stuff.
Thank you.
Training Magazine, obviously. You got certifications, which we will be talking about later.
Okay.
But we have a good friend of ours, Ray Jimenez, and he's been doing some things with you. A lot of fantastic people have been doing things, but it's webinars. So tell me about those.
It's one of the fastest, most exciting areas that we're involved in.
Okay.
It's called Training Magazine Network. It's part of our web presence, and we invite people to become part of the Training Magazine Network. They join as a member. It's free, and we have over 56,000 people who have signed up to be members of this network.
Wow, 56,000.
Right.
We want 56,000 more after this. Okay.
Absolutely. Every month we produce 6 to 8 new webinars, and we've been doing this since November of 2008. And in our archive, I mean, we have the 6 to 8 live webinars every month, but in our archive, we have tens of thousands of people who go to those recorded webinars and watch them, and learn from them.
Sure.
Our Chinese partner is very excited about that because they're so interested in Train the Trainer, and all of this Train the Trainer webinars by people like Jim Kirkpatrick and Ray Jimenez and Brian Chapman and Jean Barbizet, they're all available at no charge on Training Magazine Network.
Okay.
The other thing that we're doing online is we've taken the 3-day and 2-day workshops that lead to a certificate that we have as pre-conference workshops at our face-to-face events, and we've put them online. It's called training live and online, our online certificate programs. And they're very popular because people can get the same instructors, the same experts, the same handouts, the same materials, and live instruction without the cost of travel in terms of time and money.
Absolutely, and that's important.
Those are two of the fastest growing parts of our business.
Oh, that's fantastic. So with these webinars, do you have any topics or subjects that are more popular? Which ones are kind of flying off the shelves, if you would say that?
One of the most popular webinars recently is two by Jim and Wendy Kirkpatrick, the experts in evaluating training. And so the topic is measuring and evaluating the results of training. Very popular topic.
Mike Murrell and Phil Jones of Training Magazine, everybody. Let's hear it for them. Fantastic stuff. All right. And now you know what time it is. It's time for shout-outs and follow-backs. Our first shout-out goes to e-learning guru Elliot Mazie. His interview is going to be coming up soon. Thanks, Elliot. Next shout-out goes to Dr. Jack Zenger of Zenger Folkman, who also stopped by to say hello, spread a little wisdom. Chris Bond of Blue Water Learning. Thanks for stopping by, Chris, and talking to us and telling us about your great company. And a big thank you to best-selling author Joseph Grenny of Vital Smarts for sharing knowledge about his company. And our continued thanks to Mr. Art Bauer of Media Learning International for his industry insights and assistance. You'll see many of these good people in upcoming episodes of The Learning Show, so bring it back here. All right, TrainerVision Twitter followers just keep on coming. So follow-backs are going out to William Tinkham, Robert Bacall, Uniweb, Air Group Chicago, Rivka Caroline, and Scott Allison. Thanks to all of you for following TrainerVision on Twitter, and we're gonna follow back. All right, I hear it. I hear the music going, and you know what that means to people? Oh yeah, it's that time again. We never get tired of the event roundup, which is our wild little update on the latest conferences and trade shows in the industry. So here it goes. September 17th through 19th, Training Magazine's Online Learning Conference 2013 at McCormick Place Lakeside Center in Chicago, Illinois. September 25th, ASTD's Government Workforce Conference in Washington, D.C. October 23rd through 25th, eLearning Guild's DevLearn 2013 Conference and Expo at the Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. And last but not least, November 3rd through the 6th, Elliot Mazie's Learning 2013 at Disney's Coronado Springs Convention Center in Orlando, Florida, with keynote speech by the one and only Hillary Rodham Clinton. Yeah! All right. Okay, everybody. That's our show. I got to get going. Yeah. Double park. Did I say that the last time? Maybe I'm triple park now. Don't miss the next one. Kareen Olbrich from lynda.com is on the show. Yes, lynda.com. It's going to be exciting stuff. So don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, link up on LinkedIn, and thanks so much for watching. Stay smart and don't stop learning. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Yeah.